All right, when it comes to reaching a wider audience, first of all, you need to be realistic and consider what your marketing goals are and your budget. You should have some kind of a marketing budget. Not doing any marketing is probably doing a disservice. I don't do a lot of paid marketing. I do a lot of social media and that types of thing, and handing out business cards and all of that. But I do run some paid marketing from time to time. Usually it's Facebook ads, but we'll get into some of the options available to you there. But you need to understand what your goals are. So, are your goals to increase sales, find new readers, build your brand awareness, or gather reviews? So, depending on what you're wanting to do will determine, what kind of advertisement that you're running, and making sure that you have a specific budget for it and allocate that budget over different strategies. What I found is, like with everything else out there in the digital world, everything changes constantly. And so you want to constantly be, trying and testing different marketing styles, different marketing approaches, different platforms, finding something that works for you. What works for one author may not work for you. It depends on your demographic. If you're writing young adult fantasy, TikTok probably is your spot. If you are maybe writing romance, then maybe an older audience and Facebook is what you're looking for. So it all depends on what you're writing, and what you're marketing, on where you place it, and the value that you assign to it. So primarily what I do is targeted advertising. So if I'm going to run an ad, typically I do it in Facebook. It's usually an audience target. So I look for people in specific age groups, locations, behaviors, and demographics, and market to them. There are a lot of different ad formats that you can use. I usually just use boosted posts. I probably should explore more. You can do image ads. You can do carousels and videos. I have not dove into that. I just kind of boost specific posts that I post on my page. And then just keep an eye on the lifetime budget. I'm running an ad right now. It has a lifetime budget. So once it reaches that budget, then the ad won't run anymore. But you kind of want to look at your ad and make sure that it's performing, and you don't need to adjust anything, because you can adjust things. You can adjust the audience in the middle of an ad if it's not performing correctly. You can do Amazon advertising. They have where you could do sponsored products, where, whenever you search on Amazon, those sponsored products kind of rise to the top. So you can do that. You could do sponsored brands. There are targeted options. So you can do keyword targets, product targeting, audience targeting on Amazon. One thing that you can do if you're on Amazon and you have your ebooks in the Kindle Direct not Kindle Direct Publishing, Kindle Unlimited. So basically what you can do, Kindle will award you a higher royalty on your sales for you to include your book in their Kindle library, so people can basically read it whenever, if they have that paid subscription. And you do get paid for the number of pages that they read, if they are subscribers. So you get something for the books that they're reading for free. The other thing that you get, I guess it's not free if they're paying for a subscription, but the other thing that you get along with that is you get the option to run a couple of different promos, and you can usually do them once per a 3-month cycle. You can offer an ebook for free, which is great if you're doing like a trilogy. You can offer the first book for free in the hopes that if they like the first book, that they will purchase, the second and third book. Or you can do I forget what they call it, where they do like a reduced price on the Kindle, so you could sell it for 99 cents as opposed to, let's say, $4.99 or $5.99, whatever you're selling it for. So you can do it for 99 cents. So you could offer your trilogy for cheaper if you wanted to, or you could offer the first book again in hopes that they'd purchase the second and third book at the higher price, and then turn around and post that on Facebook and do a boosted post on it for, $25 budget, and get some new readers. So that's kind of, you can mix and match those things together. You can do Google ads. I have done a Google ad. Those can be really intimidating. They're difficult. You can definitely learn it. You can do search ads or display ads. And I've had, modest results on that. Kind of same. I've done Twitter ads too. Twitter is not the place that you sell things, not really. That'd be a Facebook or maybe TikTok, I would think, where you'd actually make sales. As far as that's just what I've seen. It doesn't mean that, nobody sells anything on Twitter. I think it probably just depends on what you're selling. And maybe I'm not in the right places to sell books. So, again, I use Twitter mostly as an author networking platform. Other authors probably aren't going to buy my book. I don't really do I don't connect with a lot of readers on Twitter, I guess is what I'm saying. YouTube ads, I've not tried those. You can create book trailers. I would love to have a book trailer. I've done some sort of pseudo trailers, but nothing really great. So, I don't know. That's kind of on my wish list. Again, you could do Instagram, and then I said Twitter ads too are something that you can do as well. You can reach out and have people do book reviews or editorial reviews. Sometimes you can get people do them for free. Sometimes they're paid. Be very wary of anything paid. Do your research and make sure that you're disclosing that you paid for it, because if you paid for it, somebody may feel bad if they give you a poor review. And so, if it's a paid review, then we assume that they're going to at least give you some kudos on that and give you maybe a little bit better review than if it was unpaid and if it was just somebody's unbridled opinion. You can do that. You can do a book blogger outreach. You can research different bloggers or influencers and see if they would be interested in doing a review. On Goodreads, you can do giveaways, and there's community engagement that you can do there to develop a readership. As far as paid promotional campaigns, I know BookBub, a lot of people have said that they have great featured deals and new release alerts. I've not utilized any of them. I've tried to do it a couple times, but I really haven't found anything that I think is worth the money, I guess. And some people will tell you otherwise. It's worth $1 million and you should totally do it. And if you don't do it, you're silly. But I only have so much money in my marketing budget, and so I have to be cognizant of that. Discounted promotions, like I said, limited time discounts or the free promotions, offering books for free to get them to buy books down the road, email marketing, book tours, that's in-person events. That's where I get the most of my book sales, is actually the in-person events. Making sure that you're vetting and researching your services. Like I said, if you're going to shell out some money to somebody to have them do something for you, make sure you read reviews about that company, request some samples, check the credentials, compare other options, and definitely monitor the results. I think there are a lot of bad actors out there that are saying, oh, I can do this digital marketing for you. You'll get people, and they'll come out of the woodwork too. They'll email you, they're on your website, they're on your Facebook. Hey, do you want me to tweet this out to our 100,000 followers for, $10 or whatever? I've done some of those. I have never once gotten a book sale from any of those. So, they'll tell you that they can get you in contact with readers, but outside of like a BookBub and a Goodreads, I'm not sure any of those other services are going to really offer you the return on investment. And I think that's what you need to look at. Sure, you can try it for $10, Okay, $10, tweet my book. And if you tweet it and nothing comes back, then okay, then that's something that you're not going to do again. I think it's the platform and whether or not those groups that they are posting to are actually consumers that are purchasing, or whether or not they're just harvested profiles, and whether or not the profiles are bots or if they're actually real people. I mean, there's a lot of questions out there. So just be cognizant of that. Do your research. Do whatever's comfortable for you. Again, there is no right or wrong way to do your marketing. You need to do some form of marketing. I'm not saying it has to be paid marketing. I don't have a huge marketing budget, but it is worth trying every now and again just to experiment with it and see what works and what doesn't work. So